Hey guys, and happy Saturday. And as we can see, Bitcoin is pumping quite a bit, so congratulations to those who are actually the believers in proper assets. Because, you know, when the price was back at 52K, a lot of people were saying, oh, we were going to 10,000. So, and now the bounce back to 66, so very nice. Now the question is, a lot of people are right now saying that should we be going all in? And I want to show you some really interesting data that will actually paint a very good picture as to where we are standing at right now. So it's going to be a quick video, so please stay around till the end. I'm going to give you some very important information so you will always be updated. So, and if you're brand new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and let's just jump straight into this. So what is the main reason for this pump right here? Well, for one, that seller exhaustion has had to take place because there's not too many people who are selling their Bitcoin. Like me, I'm not going to sell my Bitcoin probably ever, or at least not below $200,000, $300,000 per Bitcoin. So therefore, at some point, like at this level here, there was just seller exhaustion. But this is besides the point. What we've seen as well, we actually saw, especially in the last few days, we saw ETFs come about. And if you actually check, this is pretty crazy that just yesterday, Bitcoin ETFs accumulated $500 million worth of Bitcoin. Yeah, $500 million. So and then the day before it was, so last 3-4 days, they accumulated $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. And also, when it comes to Ethereum, there was also a tiny bit of accumulation, but we are still, because it's newer than Bitcoin, so we still have the dumps from Grayscale, which is going to probably continue for some time. But overall, we're also having some very good positive days, and sometimes even half of the volume of the inflows of the Bitcoin ETF. So this is pretty good, so I'm happy to see that. But there is something you need to really see. And that's something I'm going to give you in just a second. And remember, guys, that I'm personally trading. I wanted to show you my trade because the trade actually came. I'm going to be looking in now. So the trade is almost at break even. And remember, our target for this trade on Ethereum is far above. It's like the target is at $12,000 per ETH. And those who are saying, oh, look at the dominance of Bitcoin versus ETH. Yeah, I mean, but the dominance can change at any fucking minute. Considering that the most important projects for the ecosystem of the entire crypto industry is mostly on Ethereum. Stable coins, DeFi protocols, etc. Most of the stuff is actually on Ethereum. So that's why fundamentally it's probably one of the strongest and most reliable projects in comparison to Solana. That is just meme coins, some fundamental stuff, but not as much, but even close as Ethereum. So therefore, this dominance gap will close. And probably it will close quite soon. Now, remember guys that I'm trading again on Bybit. I'll show you the trade in the next video. But if you want to trade also on Bybit, they're quite reliable, big, and you can claim up to $30,000 initial deposit bonuses using my link down in the description of this video. And if you already have an account, you can create a new one using a different form of identification, such as a driver's license. And actually, it is something that you can use to your own advantage and get other bonuses that you can see on the screen as well. So now let's move on and let's discuss what I really wanted to show you guys. And that is this right here. Just if you've been a naysayer, if you've been saying, oh, Bitcoin is like, it's not backed by anything. Yeah, I don't understand what is 500 exahash of power output, the most powerful computer network in the entire world, which is what is actually backing almost like metaphysically Bitcoin network itself and Bitcoin as an asset, but whatever, let's not discuss that. And you were saying, oh, you know, it's, then why did we see, and I think it was posted about this on X, basically the day before yesterday, when Blackrock spot Bitcoin ETF's volume surpassed that of gold ETF. So imagine this, let that sink in for a second. The volume of Bitcoin spot ETF has been bigger than that of gold. Of gold, guys, we are already overtaking gold in terms of volume. And it is only time when we start seeing more outflows from gold, which is an old piece of shit that it's just not performing, it's not even outperforming inflation. We know that over the period of 4 to 8 years. So I don't even know who's buying it unless you're just too scared and you just don't understand crypto and Bitcoin. And right now, I think that soon people will start, when the capital will start transitioning more from baby boomers and all these older generations that just don't have the power in their minds, nor the desire because of their age to learn what is blockchain, like the likes of Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett, etc. So, and these are the ones who are holding the most of the wealth in the world. Once this transition of wealth continues and accelerates because of the passing of the time, we're going to see more and more money flowing out of gold and into Bitcoin. Because this here, right now, it's still at this stage where Bitcoin is still quite fresh, 15 years, like it still is a baby compared to ETFs, other ETFs, compared to other assets, compared to indexes, etc. So it's just brand new, quite frankly. So, and this is something you need to understand too. And we already are surpassing the volume of gold. I mean, probably not. That's why I said here, probably nothing, as they say. And yes, it is pretty crazy in my opinion. So Bitcoin is the future, not gold or any other asset for that matter. So also what I want you to understand, Alex Becker actually pointed this out perfectly. And as he says here, it may seem like everybody's too bullish right now, just because, you know, we actually agreed. Fear and greed index is also a bit higher, like 63% or whatever. And it seems like everybody's going long. But in reality, it's not the case one single bit, which means that there is going to be more people coming to the market shortly when they're going to be actually struck with the fact of Bitcoin going past $100,000. I think this is when the retail, which is going to also bring a lot of money, once also we're going to see stimulus and quantitative easing from the United States, so people will get more money. This certainly is going to end up also from the retail side of things in Bitcoin, and it's coming literally around the corner because Fed has already pivoted. So, and he's correct that 85% of people have left. So AKA, they're so bearish, they're not even interested. They're not even here. So, and you can actually see this by the views. As he says here, when you see my channel hitting 750K views for thrown together selfie videos, then we might be in euphoria. And he's correct. If you look at these numbers here, the interest in Bitcoin right now from retail in terms of social media, this is a very good indicator, is close to zero. It's like 15% of what it was in the previous bull market. So it is pretty crazy. Retail isn't even here. And if retail isn't even here, and we are sitting at $65,000, guys, can you even fathom what is about to happen in literally the next month? That's why this brings me to the chart. And I think that this push here is quite powerful. Yes, we had this, whatever you call this candle, that actually tested, let me remove the drawings again, so which actually tested the lows and actually liquidated and squeezed a lot of people out, and then we kind of put it in an extra bottom right here, just as a last test. But I think that this is about it. Because quite frankly, if I actually put the drawings back, in my opinion, the most important thing right now for Bitcoin has already been done. And that is passing 65K. Now, as long as we are above, as long as we also close the weekly candle, which is going to be in like, 48 hours less than that. If we close it above 65K, this is powerful. So, and this would, signalize this, just any pattern reversal that you would look at in terms of price action would signalize a real true reversal. So an actual continuation. And then our target would be just to break 70K. This is downward slope and then just all-time high, and there we go. So, but again, guys, what I want you to, and before I tell you exactly my conclusion on all of this, it is important to remember about Ethereum, because our ETH trade I think it's going to still perform better than Bitcoin, and by far Solana or Ethereum, that you can argue, but Bitcoin, if Ethereum is going to perform better. So for me, it still is down there. It's like it doesn't even look as close, as nice as Bitcoin, so therefore the potential here is still there. And my trade is still there, and I'm going to show it to you in the next video, and hopefully already with a profit. So for the time being, the most important level for Ethereum, in my opinion, to also signalize a reversal, even technically, is the passing of $3,000. So this area right here, I want really the price to push higher and actually close above 3K, and then we are back into this vicinity, and the road opens to 4K. And the same thing for Bitcoin. So, and even right now, again, we already are looking like Bitcoin is looking very good. This reversal is looking really nice, and then you can find head and shoulder patterns and garbage, whatever you want. So all that matters is 65K right now, in my personal humble opinion, that we close above it in the weekly chart. And then what I think is going to be maybe one last surprise, if we go to the daily chart, possibly before the end of this whole stuff, and we are actually going into FTX distribution, so more liquidity for retail as well, for that matter, and also finally the elections and all of this, the quantitative easing and the buildup of this wave of liquidity and the curve, acceleration of the curve of the M2 money supply. So therefore, for now, maybe we'll kind of get rejected from 65K, maybe retest 60K in somewhere in this vicinity. As I said before, the time window up to 15th of October, which is basically 2 weeks away, a little bit more than 2 weeks. That's it. This is literally the last frontier. Maybe we can dump a little bit lower, do whatever, just fucking go in circles, go backwards, whatever. But until this point, this is your officially last chance to position yourself for this bull market. Guys, remember about this quick tutorial that you can actually check out if you want to learn how to trade properly. And as always, peace and love, Thomas Krallo. Get your bonuses on Bybit with my link down in the description of this video, and then I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing weekend. Cheers.